Hey, how's it going, everyone? What is up? And welcome to my Mad Max review for PC. If you're looking for someone to talk about the problems that Mad Max on the PS4 and Xbox One had, you're not gonna find that here. So yeah, Mad Max. Let's go ahead and jump into the review because I've got nothing else to say here. So Mad Max takes place in Australia, or the Australian wilderness, or just, you know, normal present day Australia, because that shit is dangerous. And in this game, I can't talk about the story or anything because I can only make it through 2 hours of this game without getting so bored that I could probably go outside and sit on a stump and stare at the ground and have more fun. Not saying that everyone will have that experience, but I could not fucking stand this game if I'm being completely honest. It was so boring. It was a generic driving game that didn't even have a handbrake so you could drift. At least none that I could find. And I pressed every damn button on my keyboard trying to find that shit because it was desperately needed. Not saying that the driving around wasn't fun at the beginning, like the first hour. It just got really repetitive, like any driving game does. If they don't mix it up, you get like a sniper rifle that you have to completely stop to shoot, basically. Or, well, you don't have to completely stop, you just have to be going turtle pace, which kinda sucks because I bet I could hit some pretty sick speeding shots. And you get a harpoon, which is fun to play with for the first 30 minutes and then it gets old. It was just really stale, like, driving. Like, the driving was fun, it was fun itself for, like, the first hour, like I said. It just got really, really repetitive, and there was nothing to do in the world except for, like, these really, really, really repetitive, boring side missions. And even the first 2 hours of the story was ridiculously repetitive to the point where I was like, I could play the same mission in Metal Gear Solid 5 and get different results than 2 different story missions in Mad Max. It was that repetitive for me. But the game also has this out-of-car combat system that basically rips off Batman Arkham Knight. It's not ripping off Batman Arkham Knight, it's just using the same combat that they had because this game was published by WB, so of course they probably lent some, combat from Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, which I loved, and Batman Arkham Knight, which I loved, to help with it. But it wasn't that good. Everyone said it was impactful and you really felt like you were beating the shit out of someone, but I didn't feel that. I was just like, okay, same move over and over and over and over and over and over again. Same death over and over and over and over again. It doesn't even seem like I'm killing these motherfuckers. I'm just hitting them really hard. And that was okay with Batman, because you're not killing them. You're doing the exact opposite of killing them because you're fucking Batman. In Middle Earth, you had a sword, so you knew you were killing them. In this, she's just like, okay, I'm supposed to be killing them. You have the idea that you're killing them, but it doesn't look like you're killing them. It just looks like they could get up when you're not looking and stab you right in the ass. Or, like, give everyone details on how to kick your ass. It just seems like that. Besides that, it was just really boring, guys. That's the only thing I could say about it. I don't see how this game has unbelievable reviews on Steam. I got bored within the first hour and a half and made myself play 30 more minutes before I refunded it and pre-ordered Fallout 4. It was just too boring to stand for me. I love Twisted Metal. I love Batman and Shadow of Mordor. I thought those mixed together would be amazing with a big open world, but the big open world ultimately had nothing to do in it besides this really, really meaningless side missions that just bored me to death. I did one, and you could already tell they're going to be the same damn thing over and over and over and over again. It didn't have multiplayer, which would have made the game a lot better if it had multiplayer. I know one friend that was tempted to buy it, and he would have definitely bought it if it had multiplayer. And I can tell you, like, driving around with him, like, in 2 separate cars, tearing shit up, would have probably been Game of the Year. Would have probably been better than Metal Gear Solid 5 for me, because that doesn't even have multiplayer yet. That would have been fucking amazing doing that. But it didn't have it. It was just like this really empty, repetitive story mission, repetitive combat, and repetitive driving game that I cannot recommend at $60. Hell, get it on G2A for $20. That's probably more or less around its price range, if not $10 to $15. I don't go as low to say as this game, the $60 game that was worked on for 2 years, is not worth, you know, over $10 to $15 to $20. I don't go as low as saying this isn't worth $5. This is definitely worth around $15 to $20. It's probably worth $40 to someone who loves driving games and stale out-of-vehicle combat. The driving would probably make it for you. I don't know. I feel like I'm being a little bit unfair to this game. Coming off of a Metal Gear Solid 5, the fact I'm paying high to play it and review it. I feel like I was being a little bit unfair. Or I'm being a little bit unfair. But I can't recommend this game at $60 either way it goes, even if I wasn't coming off of this high. Maybe 20, 40, or 20 to 30 to 40. 20 if you feel the way I do about driving games that are pretty stale and repetitive missions and repetitive combat. 40 if you fucking love Twisted Metal and stale Batman combat. I know I've repeated myself a lot, but I want to get my point through. So I give this game a 4 out of 10. This game would have definitely been a 10 out of 10 with multiplayer just because of the hilarious things you could have done in it. So yeah, Mad Max, for me, is a 4, maybe 5 out of 10. Definitely pick it up at $20 to try it out, because you're not losing much there. Or wait for it to go down to 10 or 15. Like I said, if you love Twisted Metal and stale combat, stale Twisted Metal and stale Batman combat, you could probably pick this up for 40 and maybe be a little bit more happy than I was. But yeah, 4 or 5 out of 10, somewhere around in there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought about Mad Max in the comments below, and I will see you guys on the next one.